Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. News are out for the fusion of November. What does that mean? Does it mean you skip or not? Just to get this started, I'm skipping. Why am I doing this? I've basically wrecked my account's resources with Leonardo. I didn't have the stacked sacreds, didn't have so many resources available, so I went through all my shards, went through 15,000 or so gems, and my account now is in recovery mode, as you see with the amount of shards. Slowly doing my clown balls and stuff, and pushing forward, right? So that's what you should be doing too. Should you go for this next fusion? It can be considered honestly an easy skip. It's an Ogryn Tribes champion, bomb champion. So if you don't have damage dealers for the Ogryns, this might be a solid choice for you. But again, remember guys, it's not the end of the world if you skip a fusion. It's not like those game changer champions we had in the past where a fusion like Newt came through and he completely changed the game, right? It's not going to be anything like that. So it's a very good argument to basically skip him. I've got War Mother already as a bomb champion. She attacks to place the bomb, so it's not a placement of bombs. So you've got the weak hits possibility there. Things are different for the fusion of November. Let's have a look, guys, and I'll talk you through why you should be preparing. Also, maybe something good is coming for the month of December. We're going to go through the December fusions we had in the past, the Christmas fusions, and what that could possibly mean for this December, so for 2025. So let's have a look at the fusion of Kroz Wallbreaker, legendary spirit attack based Ogryn. Looks pretty badass if you ask me. By the way, he's literally holding a bomb on his hand. He's that fearless. Pretty cool. So attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a chance of detonating the content of all bomb debuffs on the target. So pretty cool against single target. This goes up to 50%, so amazing already for detonating those bombs. And it doesn't say about his bombs only, so you can have multiple bomb champions in there as well. If you're having issues with the faction, this will be it. 75% chance of placing 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns. So this is a placement of bombs. His affinity does not matter. This is huge. You don't need to attack the enemies for you to be able to place the bombs. This is very crucial because depending on the number of enemies, you'll be gaining turn meter also. This can open up the possibility for multiple things that you can do against enemies. We're talking both for PvP and PvE. PvP, you're fighting 4 enemies. You can place the bombs, and that goes through Stone Skin pretty quickly, right? Remember that it does more damage than usual attacks. So bombs are going to be very strong here in terms of how you're able to manipulate the health of your enemies. This is already looking like a good skill. 4 turn cooldown if you max it out. Then his A3 is an attack, and this is the one that decreases the detonation countdown of all bomb debuffs by 1 turn. So this is where the weak hit can possibly come through and will not decrease the detonation countdown of all debuffs. I'm assuming it's on effect, so when he attacks, the on effect is to decrease the detonation. So that will allow basically something like Nishak, where he can also decrease the duration of the detonation. So this will allow basically, so when the enemies take a turn, they die. All right. He also has a block active skills ability. This is pretty nice to stop enemies from possibly cleansing, but he doesn't have anything to boost his accuracy. So you'll still need something to boost your own accuracy if you're running against enemies with high resistances, right? Already looks like a very solid kit. If I'm gonna be honest, it's not that the fusions we had in the past were lacking the past couple of months. Honestly, passive fills all allies turn meters by 5%, sorry, each time a bomb debuff detonates. So this will allow you, depending on the bomb champions you have in there, to be boosting turn meter all the time. But it already works nicely as a 5% boost. So you'll have, let's say against 4 enemies, you have 10% for each of the 2 bombs that are going through. This is a huge bomb turn meter boost through the bombs. So this is huge. And he can also get an instant turn effect instant turn, meaning he'll get immediately a turn if an ally or enemy is killed by a bomb debuff. This allows you to open up some possible scenarios where you can counter bomb champions, but the 20% chance, basically, it's a big, it's not even a coin toss, it's 20% chance, 1 in 5 for you to get that instant turn and be able to cut in line against opponents. So it's not like you counter them, it's basically a bonus, I would say, with that. But it can work because if also your allies die, you can get that instant turn. So with that being said, do I think he is a necessity for your account? No, of course I haven't tested him. Just seeing this though, it doesn't scream anything huge in terms of the opportunity cost, which is using up all my resources and going through them all again and being fully depleted for going into December. And honestly, again guys, going into December, I want to be ready. I want to have a pretty relaxed fusion for the month of December. Of course, Platinum's gonna throw you guys like a Christmas gift for December, probably like a Sacred Shard, a Primal Shard, something like that. Nothing too crazy I'm expecting, but you'll still need shards to finish a fusion. You cannot do it without shards. Even if you got fragments saved up here and you're able to do something, it's not enough. All right, it's not enough to finish the fusions. You can do the summoning tournament with that, but still it's not going to be enough. That being said, what can we possibly see coming into the month of December for fusions? If we have a look at the past fusions, 2024 guys, we had Lady Noelle, insane champion, insane void legendary champion, was out in the game with crazy synergy with Sir Nicholas. I still use those two together. It's a fun combo to have where you can instantly activate Sir Nicholas. Just completely changed some things for PvP as well with how she works. Fantastic champion fusion for the month of December. I would say it was an unskippable fusion because of her synergy with Sir Nick. 2024, what did we have? Was her. 2023, we had Blizzard. Wouldn't say they're close at all in terms of the caliber of quality of champions, but Blizzard allowed for soloing the Sand Devil. There's strategies for that. He allowed for using him in Fire Knight teams because of his unique skill of freezing the boss. Okay, he had it on his A1, I believe. He has a freeze debuff and is a pretty solid support. Again, All Green Tribes champion, pretty nice. Wouldn't say he was a game changer, but definitely very helpful for most accounts out there. And remember guys, for champions such as Kroz, he'll have a lot of benefit coming through a 5-star blessing. So that would mean crazy investment coming for you guys, because he needs the attack, he needs the accuracy for the bombs. So he's already needing that 5-star blessing, which will probably come through some sort of path event or some sort of what do they call those, like those drop down events, right? So there's different costs coming through this fusion. It's not just getting the champions, also the soul for him is going to be very important. So it's not just the fusion that you're going to invest in if you want him to be really good for PvP. For PvE, you can go without the blessing, honestly, but PvP, you'll need the 5-star for sure. Finally, what did we have for 2023? We had Nishak Vermin Lord. I would say in terms of the usability of Nishak both in PvE and PvP and how good he is, he would be possibly the best fusion we had the past 3 years for Christmas. If you compare it to Lady Noelle, Blizzard, and him, this guy Nishak helped so many people out there to do Solo Dragon, Ice Golem 25, and also do really well for PvP. He's used in many PvP bomb teams because he just works very well for just exploding those bombs. We had other fusions in the past. Tatura Reinhardt for 2021. Pretty nice, especially for using in clan boss teams. Works very well as a champion. Can do some damage, but I wouldn't say Tatura was the best. And then Tormin was amazing also in terms of how good he was. I don't think he was in 2020. I think he Tormin was 2019, and 2020 I think we had Pixniel if I remember correctly. So Pixniel was 2020, which was an absolute disaster, honestly. And then Sir Nicholas was 2019. So no, it was 2018. 2019 was Tormin. 2020 was Pixniel. For sure, Sir Nicholas, I wasn't there. Many players actually got him through the easiest fusion ever, but not that many. All right, it was on the soft launch of the game, I believe, and that's when we had him. But that was a long time ago. And I will say the game is at a point here now, guys, where they want to have good fusions. I think that they've switched their thinking of what fusions are. Hopefully, this is my understanding, is that they're trying to get the game to be better for fusions. They want players to want the fusions to use up all their resources. Because if they release something that is not good and has a high skip rating, all right, then they'll be, you know, heavy into the accumulation mode of shards. There's obviously players out there who don't care about this and they're spenders, and there's obvious free-to-play players out there. So in between. So what they're trying to do is just make you do the increased spending, and there's gonna be lots of events, guys, coming through. The souls are very important nowadays for champions. Basically, if you have a champion, you don't have a soul for them, you lose out on a lot of their potential, and especially going closely to the 6-star, which is, for example, Leonardo. That's why I went so heavy for him. The 5-star will allow me possibly to get to the 6-star in the future. Maybe. All right, I'm still farming. I have a long way to go, but it's gonna open up the possibility to do that. I'm only doing 6 keys a day, so it's a slow process, but it is gonna be something that I'm working towards. So have that in mind, guys. I don't think the fusion is unskippable. Out of 10, I will possibly give the fusion a 5 out of 10 without testing. I have not tested yet. I believe we should have access to the champion the weekend. That's what usually happens. I'll do some normal testing. If it's deemed to be worthwhile for you guys to see, I'll post a video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.